Hello, good evening. I'm Ashani Gamagi with Prime TV News. We take a look at your headlines before the news details. A multi-pronged operation to suppress drug trafficking. Power outages to be tackled. Country's first multi-purpose transport centre to be launched on the 31st. All arrangements are in place to hold Yonpura. And in news overseas, Trump completely exonerated. And now the news in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena states that steps will be taken to expand drug raids in Colombo and the coastal areas from the 3rd of next month. Speaking at a function at Ananda Balika Vidyalaya, Hinguragoda, the president said that the armed forces and the police will jointly be dispatched for these raids. The swimming pool of the Ananda Balika Vidyalaya, Hinguragoda, was vested with the students under the patronage of the president. A sum of 450 lakhs has been set aside for the swimming pool. The president also engaged in an inspection tour. Meanwhile, the new classroom building and the auditorium built at the Minneria National School at a cost of 60 million rupees was opened under the auspices of the president. The development task has been accomplished under the Polonnaruwa District Development Program. The president was warmly welcomed by the children of the school. According to a request made by the children, funds will be allocated to set up a distilled water plant and some other needs within the next 2 weeks. The president also attended the opening of the new classroom building of the Aluttoya Junior School in the Hinguragoda Education Zone. The children were greatly appreciated by the president. The president also heeded to development issues in the area. Meanwhile, the Minihirigama Helabojun cafeteria in front of the Aluttoya School was also opened by the president. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's birthday was commemorated yesterday. Various programs were launched throughout the island. A special program was organized at Temple Trees to mark the 70th birthday of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe this morning. Multi-religious observances were held invoking blessings on the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister launched the establishment of a fund on behalf of the artists. A group including parliamentarians and artists joined in the occasion. Meanwhile, the Prime Ministerial staff organized a special program to mark the Prime Minister's birthday. It was held at the Temple Trees premises under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Artificial limbs were handed over for differently abled children. A group including Professor Maitri Wickremesinghe and Ministers Sagala Ratnayaka and Ran Wijewardena joined in the occasion. A Bodhi Puja Pinkama was held near the Jai Shri Mahabodhi to invoke blessings on the Prime Minister under the patronage of the Atamasthana-adhipati, the Venerable Pallegama Sirinivasa Thera. A group including Minister Chandrani Bandara was present. A Bodhi Puja Pinkama organized by the people of Dompe in view of the 70th birthday of the Prime Minister was held at the Mitirigala Sri Dhamma Vijayarama Temple. Among those who joined in the occasion was parliamentarian Harshana Rajakaruna. A Bodhi Puja Pinkama was also held at the Pillava Vihara in Piliyandala, invoking blessings on the Prime Minister. A group including public representatives joined in this Pinkama. A Pinkama to invoke blessings on the Prime Minister in view of his birthday was held at the Eppavala Kettaram Vihara with the participation of a large gathering. The Pinkama was held under the guidance of the Chief Sanganayaka of the North Central Division, the Venerable Mahamankadavala Piyaratana Thera. The Mihintala United National Party organizer Sanjeeva Seneviratna was present. Minister Ravi Karunanaike says that all issues regarding the power cuts will be solved soon. Minister Ravi Karunanaike said that he will not pass bucks to any future Minister of Power and Energy. The minister expressed these views at a ceremony held in Colombo. Due to the prevailing drought conditions, the water levels of several reservoirs have dropped drastically. According to our reporters, the water levels in major reservoirs have dropped by about 10 feet. All arrangements have been made to launch the country's first multi-purpose transport centre on the 31st of this month. This centre has been built in the Makambura area in Kottava. This project will combine train and bus services to enable a multi-transporting experience for the commuters. It is significant that both train and bus services are available on one trip by a single ticket. This will be an international experience in the public transport industry. The centre can also be used as a gateway to the Kalani Valley railway line. The total investment for the project is 2,000 million rupees. Most of the electricity supply is ensured by solar power sources. Meanwhile, all arrangements have been made to hold the 10th Youn Puraya at the Veeravilla Livestock Development Centre in Hambantota. Young people from all parts of Sri Lanka will be participating at the Youn Puraya, which will take place from 27th to 31st March. In 1984, Youn Puraya commenced as a concept of the current Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was then the Minister of Youth Affairs and Employment. Approximately 8,300 youths are expected to take part in the event this year. The youth will be imparted a great deal of knowledge in leadership, personality development, entrepreneurship and employment opportunities. A religious ceremony was held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena at the Town Hall Auditorium of Kagalla Municipal Council to present the scroll to Venerable Divella Mahinda Thera for being elevated to the position of Anunayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramanya Mahanikaya. Venerable Divella Mahinda Thera used to be the retired Deputy Director of Pirivena Education and former Chief Pirivena Education Advisor. The Mahasangha, Speaker Karujai Surya, Minister Kabir Hashim, Governor of Sabragamua Dhammadisa MP Ranjit Siambalapitiya and many others participated on this occasion. Still on local news, the government has allocated a sum of 1,000 million rupees for the purchase of paddy with the intention of encouraging small and medium-scale rice producers. An agreement was signed with the Ministry of Cooperatives to convert paddy purchased from farmers and released to the market. The inking took place under the patronage of Polonnaruwa Additional District Secretary WMP Ekanayaka and officials of the Cooperatives Ministry. It is hoped to purchase paddy stocks at 50 centres and convert into rice and release to the market. This will enable to control the price of rice during the festive season. Expressing their gratitude to the government traders engaged in the rice trade, said that this would enable them to further strengthen their business activities. The death toll in the accident that happened last night along the Ragala Kandy main road has risen to 3. 60 sustained injuries in this accident. The accident took place when the bus toppled near the dangerous bend close to the Mahauva Kovil along the Ragala Kandy main road. The bus driver had been unable to control the speed and thereafter it had veered off the road and gone down a precipice 200 meters deep. Police suspect that there must have been an issue in the brake system. The injured have been admitted to the Ragala and Nuwara hospitals. The bus has been carrying devotees from Ampara to Nuwara. Residents claim that a number of similar accidents had taken place at this location during the past 5 years. The case filed against former General Secretary of the United National Party, Tissatha Nayaka, for forging the signatures of the current President and Prime Minister in a document has been called off following a consensus reached by both parties in the case. During today's hearing, High Court Judge Vikum Kaluarachi had called on both parties in the case to provide a date in order to conclude the case, since both parties had agreed to do so. Accordingly, it was decided to conduct the final hearing of the case on April 4th. The Attorney General had filed the case claiming that the offence committed by Mr. Attanayak on December 31st, 2014 during the run-up to the presidential elections could have provoked racial violence and impacted the results of the polls. Charges were filed against the former UNP General Secretary for violating the Penal Code and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. More than 5 acres of land in the Ampara and Trincomalee districts were handed over to the original owners. Commander of the Security Forces East, Major General Aruna Jayasekara, presided over the event. Land blocks in the Ampara, Kalmunai and Kuchuveli Divisional Secretariats and the Periyaniveli area were handed over to the original residents. Religious leaders, Commander of the 24th Brigade, Major General Mahinda Mudalige, and Commander of the 22nd Division, Major General Neville Veerasinghe, also attended the event. Applications have been called for the Madhya Aruna loan scheme. This loan will be given to media personnel subject to a maximum of 3 lakhs to purchase media equipment. Applications should be sent before the deadline of 30th of April. The Ministry of Health states that the uniform allowance for the nurses will be increased by 3,000 rupees and good acceptance allowance by 500 rupees. A discussion was held at the Ministry of Health with the presence of Minister Rajitha Senaratne to address issues of government nurses. The minister also promised to solve a number of professional problems in the health service. The minister agreed to increase the allowance given to nurses for uniforms from 15,000 rupees to 18,000 rupees. It was also decided to increase the allowance for accepting goods from 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees. Meanwhile, Minister Rajitha Senaratne has instructed officials not to transfer new appointees from their given places till they complete 2 years in their service without a fair reason. Vacancies for Health Management Assistant and Information Technology Officer will also be filled soon. It is also planned to prepare a cabinet paper to make IT a closed service. Minister Ruwan Wijewardena says that a new program will be formulated for children with special needs who engage in sports. The minister made these remarks at the event to award cash prizes to the winners of the 2019 Special Olympics World Summer Games. The sports event was held recently in Dubai. The children who represented Sri Lanka in swimming and long jump events won gold medals in Special Olympics Games. Minister Ruwan Wijewardena donated money to the children from his private funds. The awarding ceremony was held at the Ministry of Defence. Biz News is up next. The annual harvesting of the Hambantota Salton has started with Hambantota, Paltupana, Boondala and Kohalankala Saltons also starting harvesting. The chairman of the Lanka Salton, Ayub Khan, the director board and management initiated the harvesting after the religious observances. Before 2014, there was a production capacity of 60,000 metric tons. After the development programs of all the Saltons in 2015, now the capacity is about 96,000 metric tons. However, a big harvest from the Paltupana Salton is not expected this year, so the target of this year is 90,000 metric tons. The salt consumption in Sri Lanka is 120,000 metric tons and the industries need 30,000 metric tons. The total is 150,000 metric tons. In the future, the Hambantota Salton alone will be able to produce the whole capacity, Chairman Ayub Khan said.
The benchmark all-share price index lost 10.38 points to close at 5,529.67, while the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index lost 7.34 points to close at 2,717.6. The turnover was 268.41 million rupees with 4.9 million shares changed in hands in 2,350 trades. The market capitalization at the end of the day was 2,585.37 billion rupees. Top 5 gainers of the day were Blue Diamonds, Bedwell Resorts, Lanka Aluminium, Lankem Ceylon, Renuka Holdings, while the top 5 losers were Regnis, Guardian Capital, Citrus Vaskadwa, CM Holdings and Singha Hospitals. Today's foreign purchases were 57.6 million rupees and foreign sales were 111.38 million rupees. There were no crossings today.
And that's all the news tonight. Log into itnnews.lk for further details. I'm Ashani Gamage signing out with Prime TV News. Good night.